Hello, everyone. Welcome to our reading today. We are using the Totem Guardian Oracle deck. So, this is a brand new deck. I just got it. I wanted to open it on video for you. Thank you so much for being here. And we are going to do the unboxing, and then we are also going to do a guidance reading. Right, so, this is a deck that I was guided to get because of the bear. I saw the bear energy and the 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 girl, the little Red Riding Hood, like that energy or how brave she is and stuff. And it just the deck just called out to me when I saw that. So this is what it looks like. This is the box that it comes in. Nice little box. This is the uh, guidebook. It has a nice guidebook with the small pictures with it. So we were opening it together, so I've never seen this deck before. So I will definitely look at the guidebook um, for the deck because I think the guidebooks are important. And this is, oh, it's got seashells on it. I love that. That's so pretty. All right, let's see if I can do this without injuring the card. I don't want to damage the cards. I do need to get a new pair of scissors, I think. Um, okay, let me see. There we go. Okay, so these cards are nice size. They're not too flimsy. They're pretty good card stock. They're not too bad. So this is what they look like. I think this is going to be a favorite deck of mine to use on my um, my site with uh, individual readings where I pull cards just for like, because these are just beautiful and there's just such good energy in these. So yeah, I think you're going to see these often on my daily post and things like that because I really like these. I really like the artwork in this deck. I'm very thankful that I purchased it. Um, oh, that's a pretty one with the spider. So uh, those that are just tuning in, I like to show my decks before I do a reading, just because some people that come here are readers as well, and we will often have other readers do readings for us or watch other readings just to see what our message is and if it coincides with our own cards that we pick. So I like to share my decks because some people they look for new decks, and one of the ways to see if a deck resonates is to be able to see some of the cards and to be able to see how the cards resonate with you. So that's one of the reasons why I like to share my decks. Another reason why is because if you are here and you're coming back again and again to get readings, you might decide one day that you would like to have a deck of your own just to see how you do with your own readings and how you do with pulling your own guidance. Remember, there's no wrong way to do a reading. It's going to be whatever calls to you. Okay, I'm just going to clear the decks. I was trying to get my sage started so that I could clear the decks. I like to clear the decks. Some decks come with energy and intentions that are set and you can just feel them. And some decks that, depending on who is touching them in the process, they could just hold different kinds of energy. And then some people can set intentions on decks. So I like to just clear my decks whenever I get them, just so they're set with my energy, they're set with my intentions, and they are used aligned with my intentions of the heart space. So I always like to clear them either with a bell or with, you could do fire. Some people do fire energy too. I like to do sage. That's my favorite way to do it. I like to sage them. I like to sage the box. And it's just ask for the energy to be cleared from anything that they could be holding that's not authentically my energy. Okay. So let's take a look at a guidance reading. So we're just going to take a look at, what is some guidance that you need to know. So I'm going to sync my cards to my heart, and I'm just going to say thank you so much for this beautiful deck. Thank you so much for these beautiful readings. Thank you for the creator of this deck and the artistic uh, pictures that are involved. Thank you for all the people who are tuning in to watch readings from this deck. May this deck help your highest good. May you be able to look at the pictures and get your own guidance from the pictures. And I set the intention of love, light, and support for this deck and for all those who receive the reading. And let's take a look. So I'm going to shuffle them up. Oh, these are like the perfect size for shuffling too. Like literally, you can like hold them in your hand and they're like the perfect size. My hands are pretty small, so these are like the perfect size for for um for my hands. So, all right, so we have these two, and they are, again, they are 5 and 6, but you see that I'm shuffling, but yet they both wanted to come out together. So sometimes, that's okay too. Even if you're shuffling, sometimes it's okay for cards to stay together. A funny thing that happens to me, and I know it's just spirit doing it, but it's just I should record it. I should record it because people would be like, "Oh my gosh, how do you do that?" Because it's not me. It's not me that does it. It's spirit. But a lot of times I do a daily tarot reading every day. I pull a card for tarot. And the very next day, as I'm shuffling, that card will fall out. It'll just fall out all by its own. Or it'll flip out, or how do you call that? Like fly out of the deck, and I'll flip it over and I just have to sit and laugh. And I'm like, "Good morning. I'm sorry. I meant to say good morning to you. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for this day. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for protecting me, watching over me." But the card, it'll be the exact same card from the day before. And I'm like, but I'm not using this card again. Like I'm gonna put this back in and we're gonna get a different card and then I'll put it back in the deck. I'll shuffle it and it'll be a different card that comes out. But it's just funny because it happens like all the time. I always end up getting, and I'll sit there and I'll shuffle for 2 or 3 minutes and the exact same card will come out, the exact same card, and I'm like, I know it's you. Like, I get it. I get it. Good morning. I always try to say my morning affirmations before I get out of bed, but sometimes that coffee's calling you or whatever and you forget. So it's funny. It's usually like my inside joke with the universe that I know you're watching. I know you're there. Okay, so let's take a look. I'm just going to slide these. I feel like it's this one that wants to come underneath here, and we're going to see what the top readings are. So let me put these back in the box. Okay, so number 5 and 6, right? So we're going to start with a sequence. Pay attention to sequences. Um, I feel that coming in very, very strong is to pay attention to sequences that take place, like um, 222, 333, or seeing things that line up in sequence, synchronicities basically. Like pay attention to any kind of synchronicities because usually when you have two cards that come out that are like right within each other, that is a sign that the universe is sending you synchronicities and maybe you're not seeing them, or you're seeing them but you're thinking that maybe that's not what you're seeing. So this is a sign that, a confirmation, yes, you are seeing what you truly are seeing, or this could also be a sign reminding you to pay attention a little bit closer to things. Don't be so easy to dismiss things. Okay, so we have the snowy owl. This is judgment. All right, so there's some judgment coming in for people in this situation, and it doesn't involve you. I feel like this child is innocent. There's an innocence here, and the owl is very protective over this child and is, like almost in this child's ear, so I feel like this is ancestral. Like you are protected. This child is protected. Notice how their eyes are the same color. So I feel like this is definitely ancestral. You are being protected by your ancestors over this situation. And there is judgment coming in for some people. Um, the judgment coming in for these people, let it go to the universe. I know that you are a person that has a good heart. Notice how she's wearing her heart. You might wear your heart out into the world. You're just a loving, kind person. And even though you get hurt, you still show up again with your heart, willing to try and willing to be there to help someone. In this situation, you might not be able to help certain people because they're choosing their own path. Like you can help people when the people truly want help, right? But some people may not truly want help. They may be stubborn or they may be determined that this is how they're going to do something. And regardless of how bad you want to help them, the universe is saying it's not your war, it's not your battle, it's not your fight, okay? The judgment has already been put upon this person, and no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to intervene with that. And if you do, it's just going to cause you more pain and suffering. So the universe is reminding you that you need to wear your crown. You need to step into your leadership role. You need to raise your energy and call back your power and step into your role. But it's okay to love. It's okay to feel pain. It's okay to not like the situation. You're not being asked to like it. You're just being asked to allow it. Okay? The intervening in divine order or something that's supposed to be can cause you can cause you a lot of unneeded distress. Okay, so and I also feel like there's this like a birch tree back here kind of. So I feel like there's this unity, you know, everything is going to work out because there's unity in all things. But you're being asked to stand strong. You're being asked to weather this storm. You're being asked to stand with the understanding of what is being done. Okay. So things will work out, maybe not the way that you are hoping they will, but the ancestors are reassuring you that it is going to work out okay. Like what you can't see right now, don't let it scare you or worry you because the judgments, they're all going to work out for the highest good because you have done your part in so many ways. You have stepped in ways that you wasn't expected to. The universe has seen you go beyond what they have even asked you to do. So your heart is very, very well honored, and your love and your determination is seen and respected by the spirit world, right? So judgment is not going to be the end result of what you may be feeling now. Like you might be concerned or worried now, but it's going to work itself out. Just trust the universe, trust your ancestors and this guidance that's coming through for you. Just trust and let it go. Trust and let it go, and trust that the judgment that is happening, it may not look pretty at this particular second moment with this situation, but it's going to get better. It's going to work out. It'll be okay. Okay. Just, um, just trust that everything is in the right hands. Okay. Your next card is self-talk. Okay, so we have the bunny. So this reminds me of determination, right? Being aware of your true desires on things. All right, self-talk is all about how you show up for yourself. You might show up as this great person for everybody else. You might give everybody the pep talk that they need that gets them going and keeps them going. But the thing is the universe knows how you're showing up for yourself. The universe, your spirit guides, your ancestors, they know what you're saying to yourself because they are listening. Okay, they are there with you. They understand what your heart is communicating in these situations. Okay, so be aware of your self talk and make sure that you are telling yourself that that you are doing the best that you can do, right? That you have the right to call back your power, that you have the right to stand in your power, that you have the right to release things that no longer serve you, that you have the right to trust the universe to take this situation, this person, whatever, from your hands, right? Self-talk is important because there's also a thing called self sabotage, and you don't want to be self sabotaging yourself. So pay attention to what you are saying. A rabbit is an earth animal that goes into the earth, so they're very grounded, but they're very active and very spontaneous, and sometimes they don't know which way to go, right? So this has to do a lot with understanding your emotions and being calling back your power so that you're not feeling out of body. Okay, you don't want to have an out of body where you feel like you don't know what you're doing, where you're going, where you're at, which way to go. Like you don't want to be that rabbit that's like every, which way and confused. So calling back your power is going to help you to understand where you are and what direction you want to go in. Try grounding. I feel like you need to ground some here, and don't settle for anything that doesn't make you happy, right? She's wearing a crown of carrots, okay? So maybe that's like a, a representation of do things that are right for you, okay? You do things that align with what you're meant to do as well. You can't just keep pouring out to others and helping them in their situation, but doing but not doing what is meant for your highest good either. You got to have a balance in there. So don't be afraid to speak up. Don't be afraid to say, I need to do this for me. I need to do this because this is something that I enjoy doing, something that I love, and I need to do this for myself, right? So self talk is very important. Understanding that you deserve happiness, you deserve something that empowers you, you deserve um, to be grounded and heard and loved and respected. And so the best way to start is by speaking those words to yourself. All right. You got to, if you want others to treat you a certain way, then you have to believe that that's the way that you deserve to be treated. And if you're not talking to yourself in a way that empowers you, then you're not going to speak your voice outside of you, and you're going to have people that are in your situation, in your circle, that may pull your energy back down again, and then you're going to be in that emotional stress of the rabbit of not knowing where you are, what you're doing, where you're going, and you're just going to be existing. And you don't want to do that because the eel is reminding you to go with the flow. Okay, so you are to stay in a consistency. All right, the flow is like the currents of the water. Okay, so the eel is reminding you to stay in the flow, and in order to stay in the flow, you need to be balanced and grounded. You need to call your energy back to you, know who you are, know what supports you, know what you need in order to support yourself in the best ways possible. Let go of self judgment as well, because self talk is also a part of self judgment. So make sure you are loving yourself, that you're calling back your power, that you're standing in your true authenticity, and that you're loving that authenticity. Okay, it's okay to be different. You don't have to fit in with other people. And maybe it's time for you to realize that certain people in your circle are just no longer your people, and it's time to shift out of that circle and find who you truly are, right? And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, right? That empowers you, that helps you to transform and to grow. But the eel is like an electric eel, so it's like a shock. So you're like getting this like reality shock, that it's time for you to call back your power, to let the situation unfold, to let your ancestors in the universe have this situation, and for you to tell yourself you are deserving of this new journey, you're deserving of this new path, you're deserving of whatever is in the flow for you. Because this flow is where you're going to unbox new beginnings. That flow is where you're going to learn more about yourself and who you are and what makes you happy and what makes you sad and what feels like it's your calling and what feels like it doesn't serve you. Like that this flow is what's going to come in and change your life. But you got to make sure that you're doing the letting go and the healing and the self love to get you into this state of empowerment, of knowing who you are, so that when you are here, you're in the right mindset to receive. Okay, and then we have Comet Moth, shadow work. Yeah, so doing the shadow work is so important because let me tell you about the shadow work. If you don't do the shadow work, right, you're not going to know how to heal and you're just going to keep going back into situations that are not are not healthy for you. This is our shadow work oracle. I just happen to have it sitting here. So, let's pull a card and see what kind of shadow work you're meant to be doing, right? And you know what? I feel like for some of you, you're not meant you already did your shadow work. And for some of you, that is why you're in the flow and you're going to be helping others do their shadow work. You have figured out how to face things that most people were afraid of. You have figured out how to stop the fear and how to face things with confidence with the creator. Right? You show up with the creator whenever something happens and you face it with your spirit team and you don't run. No matter how bad it is, you don't run. And that is part of your shadow work. And I feel like you are helping one of the reasons why you need to be in the flow is because you are going to help others see how they too can face these obstacles that generations may have been afraid of. Right? So we have judgment. There's that judgment card again. Judge less, understand more. Okay, so criticism, what's that say? Evaluation and condemnation. So let go of worry. Yeah, let go of this energy here on the judgment card. Like like I feel like you're afraid that somebody's going to get something bad's going to happen to someone and you don't want to see that happen to anybody. And that's because you have a good heart and you are a good person and you love everybody. Even if they do you wrong, you don't wish anybody the badness because you know what it feels like to be on that other end of things happening to you. And this person may have good qualities, but they're not always choosing those good qualities, right? So you're being told to just let go of the situation, right? Let go of how it's going to work out. Don't put judgment on the situation, just trust that it's going to work out okay. All right. Apathy. Ignite your passion for it's the antidote to indifferences. Indifference, distinguish, and detachment. Disinterest and detachment. Okay, so apathy. So yeah, I feel like you are an apathetic person though. You have you have the ability to love unconditionally. You are an empathetic person and you have a passion to love everything at its base value. Like you don't see the you don't see what other people see that makes them angry in situations. Yes, you get angry, but then you quickly come back to the whole understanding of nobody is perfect. People make mistakes. If I give my power away to this situation, then I'm not in control kind of energy. Rejection. Yeah, through the sting of being left out, we discover our own inner worth. Denial, dismiss, and exclusion. So you may have been rejected by people that you love, people that you care about, and because of that rejection, it has it has helped you to do your shadow work. It has made you closer. Yeah, you've been betrayed. So healing begins with acceptance and forgiveness. deception, teachery, and backstabbing. Yeah, you have definitely been through a lot, and honestly I understand what that feels like because I've been there too. And unfortunately sometimes you just can't trust people, especially the people that you love the most. Those often end up being the ones that betray you the most, and they won't even tell you. Like they'll plead the fifth, or they'll swear that they're right in the situation, even though they clearly betrayed you because they could have handled the situation in a better manner, right? Um, but in this situation, you are being guided to have apathy. You're being guided to accept the rejection, let go of anything that doesn't serve you, let go of the betrayal, um, release the chains of thoughts and free your mind. Don't allow these things to keep obsessing your time. All right. So if you find yourself thinking about this stuff, ask yourself, ask the universe, why am I allowing this to consume me? How can I release this to the universe? How can I release this to you, creator? How can I let this go? I want my mind back. I want my power back. I want to be able to release these things that no longer serve my highest good. And you have done the shadow work on a lot of this. So for some of you, you might be into therapy, you might be into energy work, you might be into coaching, mentoring, but you have overcome a lot of betrayal, and you have called back your ability to release the what do you want to say, the distractions within your mind, because you've realized that that constant thinking, that constant allowing, it's pulling you down into a depression, right? So you've learned how to send those energies into the universe when they come in. So you are able to say, I know this no longer serves me. I send it to the universe. You know, you're able to make that energy shift in your mindset and in your heart so that you can free that energy from your body, so that you can then step into your authentic self without something else trying to drain you. And that's basically how you're doing your shadow work. You're showing up and you're doing it with such a force, but you're doing it with protection from the universe, and you're doing it with a determination. And that's the energy that truly makes shadow work successful, is the determination to see it through to the end, to not give up and to see it through to the end. And then we have dove, forgiveness. Yeah, so there is a lot of forgiveness coming in here, a lot of betrayal. When I first saw this heart, I thought those were pins, like in the heart, like a pin cushion kind of heart, and like representing like all the betrayals that you've had along your way. And she's a young girl, so your betrayal could have started from the time you were young, with just one person after another doing things in your life that just ruined the trust. And at some point, some of you were so young. I feel like for some of you that you thought that what was happening to you was love, was trust, and that you trusted these people believing that this was love and this was trust. And then you realize now that that was not trust. That was the opposite. That was hurt. That was taking s- taking you as a vulnerable person, right? They misused you, but they taught you that that was what love truly was, or that was what trust was, or that was what love was supposed to feel like or be like. And now you have learned that that isn't love, that that's not what love is supposed to do and be like. And now you're understanding that they have issues, and now you're like putting your pieces back together. And that came under the shadow work card, which makes sense because in order to do the shadow work, often you have to forgive yourself and you have to forgive the people, and you have to allow that forgiveness to go all through your core so that the shadow work can then come in, because the shadow work is all about facing it and releasing it. facing it and feeling it, facing it and not denying it, facing it and loving yourself through it, facing it and transforming it, facing it and allowing it to transform you, facing it and just healing the heart, right? So that makes a lot of sense why they're right underneath each other. And you have done a lot of shadow work. And this shadow work, it's not just for yourself, by the way. In the spiritual realm, every time you heal yourself, you're healing someone from your past. You're healing someone that's connected to you. Energy flows constantly. And so when you are doing something that's healing you, you're not just healing yourself because we're all connected. So you're healing your ancestors. You're healing the people around you. You're healing your children, your future children, like whatever, the people that you'll meet in the future. You're healing all of that. You're changing situations before they even occur, right? When you do your healing work, when you change yourself, you change the way you see things. You see that you change the way you show up for things. You change the way you react to things. All of that has a trickle down effect on the people that you meet, right? So all of it has an effect on everything, right? If you are healed on the inside, if you finally have forgiveness and you heal, then that person no more can hurt you. So when you see them, you're not going to have those emotions like you did before. And that's going to take your power back. That's going to change the perspective of things, right? The universe is working really hard to help you to transform yourself so that when you do show up, you're going to be so solid that nobody's going to recognize you because they're going to expect you to have been this way, this way, this way. But you have transformed your situation in such a way that you're going to show up in such a healed manner that you transform the room that you walk into. And that's kind of like the way this energy is if you are not taking your pain out on somebody else and you meet somebody else and you love them or you're nice to them or whatever, the way they feel about you, they carry with them. And then that transforms their life, that transforms their relationships, right? If they meet a person who's a really good person, and then it builds their trust, it builds their character, it builds their self-esteem, it helps them to believe that others are the same way. And so, like, you're not just healing for yourself, you're healing because you're going to heal others around you, whether it's your children, your family, your friends, people you haven't even met yet, right? How you show up healed has a triple down effect, right? And it also goes back to your ancestors and stuff as well. If they were unable to heal from situations, but you are, then you stop that bloodline pain. You stop that pain that was passed down, right? And it becomes healed as well. Your body. So yeah, we have this cats for Egypt. In Egypt, cats were considered very spiritual animals. They were considered very loyal, very worshipped animals. Like they actually used to put expensive jewels around cats, especially Siamese cats and things. They knew that the cats could see, and they knew that cats were connected to both sides, both spiritual and the physical side, right? And cats have a tendency of having healing. Their frequencies, the way that they purr, it has a healing ability over your body. It has a healing ability over the room itself. And so a cat's frequency can help align the energy in the room and your body to a different spiritual connection, right? So your body is a frequency. Your, you know, your body is made up of water, and water is a frequency. Water responds to frequency. Water responds to emotions. Water holds memory. So your body is made up of water. So what is your body doing? Your body is holding emotions. Your body is holding memory. Your body is holding a frequency within itself, in its cells. And if it's not a healthy frequency, then there are consequences. There could be sickness, there could be mental issues, there could be sleep deprivation, there could be all kinds of issues because your body is not is not in a healthy state. So this card is reminding you to tune into your body, pay attention to your body, both physical and spiritual. Okay, pay attention to how you're feeling. Are you doing your frequency work? Do you do frequency work? Are you paying attention to how your thoughts and your minds are? Are you eating healthy? Are you getting the sleep that you need? Because your body has a lot to do with how you handle things as well. And you don't want your body to break down because emotionally you might not be handling things in the right manner. Okay? So pay attention to your body because often your body is a way of communicating to you. Your body will communicate to you when something hurts, when something's not right, when something doesn't feel right. For those of you who are very spiritually in tuned, your body will all often tell you when somebody is not for you, when the energy doesn't resonate or when something doesn't feel right and something is off. Pay attention to that energy. Don't let others put into your head that, oh, you're just woo woo or witchy stuff, right? Don't let others make your mind doubt what your body feels and knows. Okay? Because some people, they can know that what they're doing is bad, and if they see that you're sensing that what they're doing is bad, they will try to make you think that you don't know what you're talking about, and they'll be like, oh, not everything's energy, or oh, not everything is has no, no, let me tell you something. If your body is telling you something's wrong, something's off, you're listen because your body knows, okay? And take care of your body because your body is your temple. Your body holds your heart, and your heart holds the gateway to the universe, to the creator, to who you truly are. Your heart is the energy that this world tries desperately to block constantly with things. And going into your heart space and sitting with your heart space can help you to understand this whole situation and how to handle it correctly for your highest good, and how to heal your body, your mind, your spirit for your highest good, right? And that's what's important because as you heal for your highest good, you will heal others, right? So if you're trying to heal somebody else and it's not working, and you're trying to help them and it's not working, maybe it's because you need to go inward to yourself. Look at the situation. Look at how you're handling it. Look at your emotions and your attachments to this situation and send love and send closure and send forgiveness and just try to cut anything away that doesn't serve your heart the highest good, right? Forgive anything that needs to be forgiven so that you can have the power back within you to move into a different situation and a different path that doesn't keep pulling you back into this lower energy. Okay. And we have Hoponopo, the sea turtle. Okay. So Hoponopo, I know that I love you. Hoponopo. Oh, I've heard of that before. It's an indigenous. I've said it before, but I don't want to say it wrong on camera. Um, I love you, thank you, something like that. Let me see. It is a Hawaiian. Oh, I regress. It is not Native American. It is Hawaiian. It is a Hawaiian word from ancient Hawaii practice of reconciliation and forgiveness. Okay, so it means um, to forgive and to it's a meditation word for um, it's a prayer. I'm looking for the prayer for you. It says, um, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. That's the prayer that goes with this word. Right. So it basically means the same thing as this one. Right. I'm sorry. And you can say this to yourself. You can also say it to the world. The world needs this right now too. And you can say it to the world on behalf of yourself and on behalf of your ancestors, on behalf of those who have done wrong in your family bloodline. You can just send that energy to the earth and say, I'm sorry. Thank you. Please forgive me. I love you. I'm sorry. Thank you. Please forgive all of us. I love you. And you can say that to the earth too. You can wish these energies out to others, because one thing you want to remember is as above so below, as within so without. What you send out comes back to you. What you send in goes out. So send in love, send out love. Send out love so you can receive love, right? Okay, so thank you so much for being here for this reading, and thank you so much for your patience in my volume control. I hope that this reading is much louder. I adjusted my microphone some, so I hope that has helped you with the reading. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day. Bye.